Alright guys, this is just another quick update about some of the quote breaking news that has been coming out in regards to the Epstein case. But to anyone who has been following all of this stuff very closely, I'm sure that none of this comes as a surprise. We're really going to try to keep this video short and sweet, but this is an important update. We don't have much time, so we're skipping the typical intro type crap that we usually do. But this time we'll be reading from The Hill. Lawyers. Evidence shows Epstein's death far more consistent with assault. Like I said, I'm sure this comes as no surprise to the critical thinkers out there, especially anyone who saw our video on Kenny Trentadue. But this is still important because it's finally trickling into the mainstream. And actually, the person who sent this to us pointed out that it looks like The Hill might have changed their headline. Whatever that means, probably nothing, but still kind of weird. Anyways, we did not see a despairing, despondent, suicidal person ahead of Epstein's death on August 10th, one of Epstein's attorneys told District Judge Richard M. Berman, according to Newsweek. The lawyer said they could provide further evidence backing their claims. So I hope that every one of you has the same feeling of hope that I do, but trust me, I'm just as skeptical as the rest of you. We've seen things get this far as when it comes to progress in past cases, but at least this one isn't over yet. So don't get me wrong, I actually drank champagne when this guy blessed us all with his departure from our plane of existence. But it's still just bittersweet trying to balance his permanent absence against the number of people that he could have been used to legally bring down. But anyways, Epstein's lawyer said the medical examiner who ruled that he died by suicide had only seen 9 minutes of footage from a single security camera before making the determination. At the same hearing, federal prosecutors asked Berman to end the proceedings, while Epstein's attorneys asked him for a formal investigation into the death. The Justice Department and FBI have already announced multiple probes into Epstein's death. Of course, it's too early to judge what might happen, and again, I know we've all been through this before, feeling like we're so close to some semblance of legitimate justice, but I'll never give up hope, and in my opinion, I think we might at least see, or at least it's possible that we may see, a few more people go down with this monster. Will it be Prince Andrew or Alan Dershowitz? I mean, I guess it's possible. It all just depends. Will they actually bring in Ghislaine and somehow get her to roll? Because that would make all the difference. I think it's possible that we may seriously see at least a few big shots face the penalty for their abhorrent crimes. But I will say I don't really have any high hopes at all for some of the other accused big players, though. I do sincerely hope that I'm 100% wrong about that. I will point out though, I think we all agree if you do a crime like this, it shouldn't matter if you're an ex-president or Speaker of the House. It shouldn't matter. You need to face the punishment. Sorry for the rant, but let's read the last little bit of this article. We have a profound problem with the conclusions of the medical examiner, said one attorney, with another telling Berman, there are conspiracy theories galore. What if the tapes only broke down on the day he was killed or he died? And inviting Berman to tour the Metropolitan Correctional Center, where Epstein was found non-responsive. Attorneys argued Epstein lacked motive to take his own life, saying that at the time of his death, the registered sex offenders legal team had decided to pursue an appeal challenging prosecutors' ability to pursue the case that they believed had a high chance of success. Okay, so obviously the big question is, what the hell happened? There are reports that it has been confirmed there is no usable video footage from outside his cell. Does that remind you guys of anyone? Kenneth Trentadue maybe? For anyone who has not seen our video on Kenny, you should definitely check that out. And as always, we're going to stop short of giving any type of opinion or any theory about what we think is going on, but we firmly believe that our subscribers have a better idea of what's going on with this case than probably at least 90% of the other people out there. Watch the video on Kenneth Trentadue and then come back and tell us what you think happened to Epstein. The problem right now is that things are so early into the aftermath that we're probably missing out on key details that won't be known about for possibly years. But we do already know that mainstream reports have claimed there were multiple bones broken in his neck. He was removed from safety watch, suicide watch, even though he reportedly attempted to harm himself, which is in itself disputable because apparently he told his lawyers that his cellmate at the time, Tartiglione, was the one who attacked him. He did not hurt himself. And that's a completely other thing. Look at this dude. This guy was an ex-cop who apparently wasted 4 people in a coke deal that went bad, and that's who they bunk Epstein with? One of the highest profile inmates in recent history, Jeffrey Epstein, the guy you gotta keep alive to track down and catch all these horrible people he's working with. This is the guy they bunk him with. What in the... Does that make sense to you guys? We also know that the camera footage is supposedly useless. If nothing else reminds you of Kenneth Trentadue, that definitely should. The guards were overworked, they were on overtime, and one of the guards wasn't actually even a trained guard. We also know that it looks like they faked certain log entries and that they might have even fallen asleep at one point. From what I've seen, they might have even left him unchecked for up to 3 hours, even though they were supposed to be checking on him every 30 minutes. There are just so many inconsistencies here. Everything from the woman that he spent hours with the day before, his confidence in his lawyer's plans, all the way down to the very last minute that he was fouling up the planet with his unforgivable existence. And I hate to cut it short, guys. We don't want to take too much time away from the main series, but I do have a pretty awesome recommendation for you to look into as well. As soon as this video is over, you need to watch this video. The link is in the description. Just trust us. We can't vouch for anything else that this channel has done. We literally just found it about 5 or 6 minutes before we started recording this video, but you are missing out if you do not at least give it a chance and check it out. Well, anyways, guys, virtually 85% of the requests that you've been sending in are for us to read the unsealed documents and to kind of break them down as best we can. So that's probably the next video that we'll be putting out. We'd also love to do an unrelated video soon, something that has nothing to do with Epstein or any of this other horrible crap. So please send us a request for something like that if you have any ideas. And anyways, we hope that we will see you guys then. Peace.